Do you want to know where the real profit is to be made in a business? The real money, the big money. I stumbled across a very interesting quote in Sam Walton's book. Sam Walton is the guy who made Walmart, which is one of the most successful businesses in all of history. And he started with one store and turned it into a multi-billion-dollar organization. He talks about this, and I just think it rings so true. Now, before I tell you what it is, can you guess? Is it in scamming people? Is it in one-time purchases and trying to trick them really quickly? Some people, they make a decent amount of money. Some people even do fairly well off a pyramid scheme or some type of scam. They make $1 million or a few million, but then they get a bad reputation. Some of them are never heard of again. They get a really sleazy reputation and so forth. And when you look at the people at the top who have made billions, are they the ones who are scamming you with pyramid schemes and telling you to buy knives or stuff like that? Rarely is that the case. There are people who built softwares or helped the world in tremendous ways by producing affordable goods or services for very cheap. So anyhow, let me read you the quote. And let me emphasize, there's 2 points I want to share with you with this quote. The first is the importance of treating your employees like gold. And the second is where the real profits are to be made, the back end. And this is from Sam Walton. And he calls employees associates. So just keep that in mind. The way management treats the associates is exactly how the associates will then treat the customers. And if the associates treat the customers well, the customers will return again and again. And that is where the real profit in this business lies. Not in trying to drag strangers into your stores for one-time purchases based on splashy sales or expensive advertising. Satisfied, loyal, repeat customers are at the heart of Walmart's spectacular profit margins. Now, there's a lot to that statement. All these little words that are incredibly deep when you really dive into them. So first off, huge profit margins. That's something a lot of businesses want. They want to make a lot more money, but there's plenty of small businesses that slave away because they don't know how. How can you, manufacture this thing and help this customer who wants these organic beans and help them be healthy, but at the same time, it costs you $5 to do all this and like half your day, and you're selling it for $6. Profit margins are huge. And this isn't a video about expanding profit margins or anything like that, but it's incredible what Walmart's done with their profit margins. And notice what he says. It's not about dragging strangers into your stores for one-time purchases. Strangers for one-time purchases. Even to this day, there's a lot of people in the business world, and I see it because I see all these questions and comments everywhere. And they ask questions like, how can I get clients? How can I get a new client, a new customer? I just want more and more new people. Now, why is that exactly the case? Why do you keep trying to get one-time purchases from brand new people who have never heard from you? Now, maybe this can work, but maybe there's something else going on here. Why aren't you keeping your prior clients and customers? Is it because you don't have services that they can come back to and buy? Or more likely, maybe your product or service is not that good. It's maybe mediocre, good at best, but definitely not great. And it's causing them to just be disgusted after they purchased and never come back to you. So how can you fix that? Next thing, splashy sales. How many businesses do all sorts of horrendous sales all the time? And then another thing, expensive advertising. How many businesses say things like, I'm going to spend more and more money on advertising? And there's this big quote, the person who could spend the most on advertising wins. Is that actually true? I don't know. That's beyond my expertise. But it's an interesting quote and worthy of someone who's interested in that. Maybe that's you who wants to explore this further, to start reading. Read Sam Walton's book, explore this further, and learn for yourself what this incredible guy has to say about what you can do. Now, there's more to that quote if you dive deeper into it. This is kind of like, it's kind of weird, honestly, when you dive so deep into something so simple. It's kind of like the Bible, but you know, it's quite simple. It's not that deep. Okay, just realize, treat your associates well, because if you treat your employees like crap, they're going to treat your customers like crap, and then you know your customers, they aren't going to return. They're not going to come back to your store and buy. So sometimes what you think is the problem is not the problem. Anyhow, check out this guy's book. He obviously has much more expertise than I do, but I just thought it was an interesting thing worth sharing. See you guys later, and of course I'll leave all the links below this video. See ya.